Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Adam Driver. Now this is Wreckfest. This is a little game that I picked up about 4 or 5 days ago now, I think. And these are just some of the races. Like, you've got a nice bunch of races like to choose from in your career mode. So plenty of things to keep you going. What else we got? We've got some customization. So, you know, if you want to paint your car, put a couple of little patterns on it, all that good kind of stuff, you know, it's all there for you. So there's a little bit to keep you going, you know, like it's not quite as detailed as like other games like Need for Speed or something like that. You know, you can't totally like design every element of how your car looks and all that, but there's enough there to sort of like keep it varied. And there's plenty of cars for you to get as well, you know. So overall, pretty happy with this game so far. It was kind of cheap. It was only about 30 quid. I'm not sure what that translates into dollars. Maybe about $60 or something like that if you're in America. And this was just like the standard edition one. I didn't want to pay for the deluxe edition. You know, I've just been like enjoying it. I do enjoy my driving games, but I never really buy racing games. I normally just play Grand Theft Auto if I want to go driving. But this is decent. Like I say, you can tune your cars. You've got plenty of settings. I like to play it on extra hard with manual gears, and you can do clutch as well, stuff like that. Or you can do automatic, but you get more money if you play it on harder settings. So I've got it on expert. I've got it on driving difficulty, extra hard with manual gears, and you just rack up more money. Right. So obviously, this is like a destruction derby game. I don't know if anyone ever played that game back on the day on the original PlayStation. And things like that, and that was a game I really enjoyed. So when I see this, it just kind of took me back to that. And yeah, that's basically what the game's all about: destruction derby racing. So if you play to win, you're gonna have to you know, be real aggressive with your driving and that. You know, if you get to the front of the pack as well, you're gonna end up getting pushed off the track quite a lot if you're not careful, if you don't protect your lead, all that kind of stuff. But the thing that I really like about it as well is that, there we go, I was just about to say, I've got realistic damage on. So basically, if you crash, or if people knock you off course, you know, you can get taken out of the race, like literally in like one bad crash sometimes, and I really enjoy it. It's a bit annoying at times, you know, if you're winning a race and you get down to the last lap and somebody takes you out and that, but it just adds that little bit of tension that I really like. So a lot of the time I have been restarting races and stuff if I've been losing. There's one downside I will say about this game is the loading times between races. Sometimes they're not excruciatingly long, but if you're only having a quick race, and then, you know, if you're only doing a 3-lap race, like say at the beginning of the game, you're sort of going in and out of races quite a lot, so there's a little bit of loading time sort of to wait for. It's not as bad as like say Grand Theft Auto 5 at times. You know, that can be pretty ridiculous, like the waiting times on there and that. And once you start getting into the sort of longer races, it's not as noticeable. Like I say, if you're doing a 10-lap race or an 8-lap race, you know, you're going to be racing for a lot longer than you are if you're only doing 3 laps. So, you know, you won't be loading into races as much, you know, or as often. Now, yeah, so like I've been saying, I've been playing manual with the gears a lot of the time as well, and that's just because I like a little bit of extra challenge. Like, here's me defending my lead here, so that's the kind of stuff you're gonna have to do when you get in front. So it's kind of like if you ever played the Grand Theft Auto races, I'm sure you'll love it, or you might hate it. I know, like, there's some people that can't stand the sort of dirty racing stuff, and I really enjoy it just for the sake of the crashes. Like here, I was doing alright, decent race, starting off well, holding my position, then just get totally annihilated and thrown off the track. So, you know, things like that do happen, but that's what I enjoy. You're seeing that little shot there as well, the guy there, he's still racing even though he's damaged. And that's the other thing you can do, you know, if you don't want to just keep restarting and you know, you want to try and limp to the end in your damaged vehicle, you know, you will still get points, you will still get rewarded for it, so you'll rank up quicker and you'll earn money quicker than if you keep restarting. But if you're going for lap times, which is something that I was doing, You know, I like to race. I like a little bit of sort of damage and all that kind of stuff, a little bit of aggressive racing, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to come first, so I'm always going about lap times and how I can get faster, which leads me into sort of like the reason I've done this video today, just to give like a sort of first impressions and tell you that I'm enjoying this new game. If you enjoy driving games, go try it. And that leads me into this sort of part of the video. Now this is a full race. It's not the race that I'm going to be talking about, but this is just a full race. I've edited it together so that I show parts of the replay. So when you see shots like that, that's the replay from after the race. But I've edited it together to kind of make it look more like a sort of entertaining kind of TV, like Formula 1 race or something, you know, where it's being broadcast or whatever. So anyway, getting back to my point. The reason I've done an impressions video on this today was because originally I was going to do a speed running video. I don't know if anyone sort of see my post on the PlayStation Network the other day. I know one of my mates, Danny, did. You right there, Dan? And I was basically I was getting into the top 100 of the rankings, like on one specific track. And it's sort of like a speed track, and it all comes down to not only how good you can turn round corners and how well you can race in between other cars and that, but this particular circuit, it's an oval circuit, I can't remember what it's called, it's like Speed Valley or something. It all comes down to your gear shifts and your split second timing with your gear shifts sort of thing. That's like what really gets it down to the fine wire at the end sort of thing, and of your lap times. And I was going to upload the video where I managed to break into the top 100, you know, I was getting down to like 79th place and stuff like that. And I'm only using a car which I haven't tuned yet. I'm only using the same car, I haven't upgraded the parts yet. I'm trying to get as good as I can get before I start adding parts to the car. So I was going to upload the speed video showing me breaking into the top 100, all that kind of good stuff. And then I come back on the next day and there's a new guy in number 1. And you know, suddenly the number 1 spot's like, you know, he's increased the best time by like I think just under like a full second. And then the top 100 rankings have just changed in that 24 hours of me recording the video and wanting to upload it. I've come back, I've been pushed out of the top 100. And this is what I like about speedrunning. It draws you back. It's like I'm not sure if people really know much about speedrunning. There's plenty of good world record videos out there on YouTube. You can go look up. There's a good Grand Theft Auto 5 one that came out like maybe 2 months ago. I think his name's Friendly Baron, and yeah, they're just entertaining to watch, some of these speedrunning videos. You know, you see strategies for the game and that. Now I don't do speedrunning like the proper guys. You know, I won't play a full game all the way through. I just enjoy the sort of simple things, like in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, you could sort of do the, what was they called? It was like the special ops or something, and you could sort of do, it's almost like setting lap times on courses and things like that. That's the kind of speed running I like, you know, racing around the track, or just doing a quick 2-minute level, like on a shooting game or something like that. So yeah, this is why you got that video today, because my speed running video basically failed. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is Wreckfest. Drive fast or die hard or something like that. That's probably not right, but I'm going to roll with it. So yeah, I've been Adam Driver, and yeah, love you, bye.